My name's Simon Harper and I'm going to talk about IFTTT. And for those of you who don't know about it, you're going to know about it by the end. So I wanted to start, I was thinking on Sunday night. On Sunday night I was thinking about a lot of things, but thinking about the internet. And the internet really is that powerful enabler for education. There's so many things that we can do now that we couldn't have done even 5 years ago. So I was searching the net. I found this really cool site. There we go. This is called the Internet Map. Now, this is a visual representation of the internet. Really cool, because when you look at it, start scrolling in, we have a look at Google. And what that gives us, it tells it, as we come out, that's ranked number 1. We go in, you've got YouTube. So that brings YouTube up. Then we go in a bit further. You've got Facebook, one of my favourites, Twitter there somewhere. But how cool is that? We've got all of these services, all these different things that we can access. But how do we access them in a productive manner? We've only got a certain amount of time. Alright. I was a chef for 20 years. I've been in education, this is my 6th year. I love food. Food has driven my life since I was about 5. I've travelled the world for food, so I love recipes. And look at some of these. Is anyone getting hungry yet? Yeah, excellent. So we got the internet, and I love recipes, right? And I love food. So where does that actually get us to? The last presentation I did with Prezi, there was no Wi-Fi and it didn't work, so I was there with a little iPad, but this time it's actually working. Now in education, we're looking at workflows. So, if anyone's been using iPads in the classroom, we're actually looking at like 5 years ago or 3 years ago, how do we actually get from putting a file from Edmodo, from the iPad back onto Edmodo and working out workflow. Same with productivity. In your day, you want to do as much as you can, and there's so many creative ways you can do it. So I'm going to introduce you to something I found last year, and if you're not on Twitter, you've got to get on it. The inspiration is unbelievable. So many great people throwing out links. It's such a sharing community. Came across if this, then that. And I'm still hungry, so we've got the knife, the fork. Now, this is a free web service, and it's a way of linking all of those internet services in a very creative way. So, what it is channels. So at the moment there are 60 different channels. Now, I'm sure there are a few of you, I use quite a few of these, the Google Calendar, the Google Drive, we use Evernote, we use Twitter. So we can actually link 2 services together and get them to do things. So the big services don't generally link. This links them. So then we come out and it's the if this, then that. So basically the this is the trigger channel. So what is the first thing you want to happen? Then, that's the information flowing across under that. What's the action? Now, at the moment, that might not make much sense, but it will very, very soon. So the first part, channels. What channel? Which one are you going to hook? Let's say Evernote. So that's my first part. Then, the trigger. What's actually going to trigger it off? In here, I think that's a twig. So you send it to a certain part, triggers it off, sends to the next service. here's a couple of recipes. Yeah. Then we've got the actions and the ingredients. So where does it actually go from one service to another? And it's incredibly powerful, and I know there are a few people already utilising this in the classroom. So it's all about recipes. All right. So you can go in and you can look at the recipe book, and there's lots. There's heaps. Everyone's sharing, or you can make your own. Who'd like to make a recipe? Oh, come on. Who'd like to make a recipe? Yeah? Food? All right, excellent. Okay, let's make a recipe. I was going to bring my full chef's uniform, but I thought 7 minutes that might not say good. All right. The great thing about IFTTT, iPhone, Android, any mobile device on the computer. All right, let's make a recipe. Now I'm going to make a very simple recipe here. So basically this is my dashboard. This shows suggested recipes. I'll just show you some of my recipes, and I've really only just got into this. So I'm a food tech teacher, I'm a hospitality teacher, I'm a very visual learner. Our kids are very kinesthetic and visual learners. So we have a Instagram account for the school. Every time I upload something to Instagram, it flicks it to my Flickr page. So I just put the links on Edmodo for the kids. Okay, if you want your photos, go up to Flickr. I've got an iPhone. I wanted to back up my photos. Now, Google Drive's amazing. It's got 25 gig. So I take a photo, it uploads to Google. Now, go back, let's create. So you click create. So we've got this. So you click this, and so you've got all those channels, and I know a lot of you are already using them. I want to view all the channels. What I'm going to do, I only recently got a head teacher. Everyone wants something from you. Can you do this? Can you do that? You have to do this, and I can never remember. So I've got the iOS reminders. It's been amazing. So I'm going to use the that channel. Let's go back. You click this, and choose your channel. Alright, so choose the trigger. Now for different channels there are different triggers. Any reminder completed. Now the next is I have to create the trigger. So that's the that. So what is the that going to be? What's the channel? So I'm going to put it into Evernote. So you open that, so it's going to create, let's say it'll go to a certain note. Now the thing about Evernote, I'm loving Evernote, it's amazing for a whole range of different things in and out of the classroom. So that will, if I don't have a document set up, set one straight up, then I create that action. Then basically that's my recipe there, create the recipe. Now I can share that recipe, and there's a whole community of people sharing different types of recipes. So now every time I put a reminder up, it'll send it to Evernote. So it's just a whole range of different ways you can utilise it. So it's about you being creative. It's good for productivity, it's good for workflow, and I'm still thinking of different things. As basically my channels are already activated, so with the Evernote, it will come up and you sign in and you say, yes, I'll allow this to access it. Once you've got your channel set up, do a whole range of different things. So thank you, and make sure you use it, guys. It's awesome. Thank you.